So we're heading off on Thunderchild this morning to do our world record attempt. We have a bit of a weather window here now, and without having a crystal ball, it looks like the best chance we'll have this month, as the long range outlook is for continuous frontal systems moving over Ireland.
You all set?
We are, mate, yeah. Yeah, as set as we're going to be.
Best of luck anyway.
Thanks very much.
9 o'clock the old head of Kinsale?
Well, actually,
or sorry, 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Maybe 10:30 at this rate.
I'm going east about.
At the moment we've an anti-cyclone centred over Ireland with winds rotating anti-clockwise.
Best of luck, guys. Have a good run, okay?
There's a bit of weather along the south and west coast this morning, so rather than head west and be punching into it, we've decided to head eastward and travel anti-clockwise. That way, running along the south coast and up the east coast, we'll have the seas behind us. The forecast for Rockall is about as good as we can expect realistically, with waves of only 1 metre forecast for the night, with low winds. We'll be punching into the swell from Portrush out to Rockall, but once we round Rockall we'll have it on the beam, and the seas that were up now on the west coast should have died down by then, and we should have a reasonably calm passage down the west and south coast, coming back into Cove around 9 to 10 PM tomorrow. Thunderchild was designed to be able to deal with rough weather and tested extensively during this winter. Obviously we planned the run to avoid any bad weather, but it's reassuring to know that should we have problems and get caught out in the North Atlantic by the approaching gale due to hit Rockall Wednesday afternoon, Thunderchild will be able to keep us safe. The crew have trained for worst case scenarios as well. No, well, the most important thing is to cross the finish line, so we must look after Thunderchild and not break her. That said, we will push her as hard as we can to try and set a good time. Okay, so we're at the start line off Kinsale, off the old head of Kinsale now. It's just 2 or 3 minutes before 10 o'clock, and the plan is to just head off at 10. Kieran's having a quick conversation with the guys at 96 FM, and then we'll be ready to go.
How are you doing, PJ? I'm just talking to the race coordinator there, sure, so I just have to give him a go. Thunderchild, let's go, Justin.
Yeah, go. All clear to go and have a very safe journey. Best of luck.
Yeah, thank you, Justin. All the best.
Thunderchild, Scott Postcard Radio, go ahead, over.
Current Postcard Radio, this is Thunderchild, and just like to give you a TR over.
Roger, Thunderchild, go ahead, over.
At present there, we're just in the middle of Dungarvan Bay. Dunmore East is ahead of us to port. Average speed 42 knots.
Conditions have been quite hard here. We've got 1.5, maybe touching 2 metres of a swell here. The wind conditions blowing about force 4. Running downwind at about 41 knots, but we are overtaking the waves, so we are jumping a lot. But boat's handling it well. Yeah, hopefully when we turn around the Saltpeats we'll get a lighter passage. So we're just coming up to the southern side of the Arklow wind farms, running up the east coast. Conditions aren't great really, to be honest. We have had a bit of an incident. We did lose the hydraulic oil reservoir and electro-hydraulic pump for the bow fins, and that's flooded the forepeak with hydraulic oil. So we're just out of that compartment now, and our shore-based team is alerted, and basically when we make Portrush during the refuelling stop we'll have to send them in there and they'll just have to clean up the oil. It's not a major issue because it's not fundamentally important for the boat. The bow fins are really just for operation in big following seas, and we don't expect to get any big following seas, so it's not a major issue.
Everything that wasn't tied down is on the floor. Quick food break.
That cheap water bottle you f***ing is leaking every time
Belfast entrance now, and we've hit some nasty weather here. Got some tidal influence. Wind's not too bad, it's only around force 4, but got quite a nasty swell. Wind against tide conditions. We're down to 28-30 knots here now, punching into it. Can't push it too hard now, because this is where we can break the boat. Unexpected wave at the wrong angle. That's the last thing we want, so we're just nursing her through it here now, making as good speed as we can. Hopefully when we round the next headland, we'll get out of this and things might calm down a little bit. So we're now entering Portrush. Our plan is to refuel the boat with around 5,000 litres of fuel, more than enough for the long leg out to Rockall. We also have to get our ground crew aboard to clean the spilled hydraulic oil in the forward cabin. It's important because that's where the toilet is. The guys from Caterpillar are going to come aboard and check over the engines, but they haven't missed a beat, so I don't expect they'll have much to do. Still, it's great to have them here just in case. Heading out to Rockall now. How far is it now, Ian?
159 miles.
159. So there you go, 159 miles to go. Carl's on the helm now, doing the night stick, using his experience as a pilot boat coxswain. He's well used to travelling at night.
Nice view behind us.
Conditions, they're not great, but manageable. Got the drives and the trim tabs right down. We're just wave piercing through it now, quite comfortably, about 32-33 knots. Whoa! Where'd that come from? Halfway to Rockall. Conditions are pretty good, swells died right down, we've got not much wind here. Just having a quick break here now, we're going to set up ourselves up for some kip. So you're all set for the night passage, Kieran, yeah?
All set, radar set, GPS set. Trying to move on now. Wake me up when we get to Cork.
she's been training for the past few months with Carl on the Cork pilot boat during the night, so that she was able to do the night passage, give us all a chance to have some kit. She's doing fantastic. Here we have Sleeping Beauty, getting a bit of a kip. Any other Sleeping Beauty? Should have tucked it there.
There, nicely.
It is, yeah. It is. You able to get any sleep? Nah, I tried.
Yeah, well.
That's our FLIR camera. Working pretty nicely. Mary?
Yeah. Alright.
Passage is going well now. It's 3:30 in the morning. Seas have died down. It's pretty calm here now. Still just clipping along at about 32, 33 knots. Just don't want to put any stress on the boat or the crew. So yeah, things are going pretty nicely now. Starting to get light soon. So we should be able to see Rockall on the radar in a minute. It's 4:30 in the morning. We're just coming up to Rockall now. It's about a mile away. So the plan is to circle it, leaving it to port. We'll swing around, we'll just stop somewhere, we'll launch the dinghy and we'll try and get some photographs. The sun's come up now, so visibility will be improving by the minute. Ian's getting our inflatable dinghy ready. So here we are off Rockall. This is the reason we've come all this way. Plan is that the boys will get into the dinghy, get close to the rock and then swim over and try and get on it. We'll also try and get some photographs of Thunderchild with the rock in the background. Conditions are pretty nice here. A little bit of a swell running, but not too much wind, but the wind is picking up, so we do need to get this done. It's got to be one of the most fabulous sunsets I've ever seen. And this is why we've come all this way, so here we are, Rockall. Rockall as the sun rises. Doesn't get much cooler than that. You'll have to act quick now.
Bye.
We can't go in there.
Okay.
You can't go in and go south. No, it's too dangerous. scared.
Yeah.
It's too much. You're crazy.
You see this front face?
Yeah, but the rock's on the other side.
You hold on when he's in the board.
I gotta say this is against my better judgment. You know, that's a fucking little dinghy. You know, you get thrown up against that, bang your foot in the head.
We're out of it. Now, if it is too bad in there, we're out of it.
Hey! We all fucking survived that one. That looks fucking hairy. Was that dodgy?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it was. We were on the other side of the mountain. You couldn't even hold on to the
Well, that's all you needed, just to touch it. Few men in this world have touched that fucking thing, okay? So, well done, boys. Okay, well...
That's me. Don't fucking lose it. It's the only bit of Rockall.
Bit of Rockall. You look so funny in the little dinghy. I swear to God, like, the two of you hanging away alongside the rock there now. Yeah. Morphing you.
like that 5 minutes.
You've been here for about an hour. Did you sleep at all?
I did.
Did you?
Is Kieran alright?
You managed to sleep a bit? Yeah, it's bumpy enough down there. So we're leaving Ballyglass now, having refuelled again. We've only had to take on a couple of 1,000 litres this time, as the run home is the shortest leg. The guys from the RNLI who came out to meet us were great, giving us some grub and a cup of tea at their station, but we do need to push on now, as we want to do a special stop on the way home. So we're laying this reef in honour of the crew of Rescue 116, who tragically perished at this spot.
Okay, next headland is Dorsey Head. We'll be altering course to port and running on a course of 115 to the mizzen.
How the entrance before?
Throughout the trip, they've been faultless. We've had absolutely no faults with the engine throughout the trip, which has been great because we've had nothing to contend with on the engine side. Overall, the boat has handled and performed really well.
So we're on the final leg now. We're just passing the mizzen, yeah? Mizzen head, and we can see Fastnet ahead of us. We're going to push on hard now. We've increased speed to about 45, 46 knots. Still only got about 83% on the engine load, which isn't hurting the engines too bad. But if we can get there just before 8 o'clock, that'll put us just under 34 hours. So that's the plan. Boat's running really nicely now. We've got absolutely flat calm seas like a mirror. So, assuming nothing bad happens now, we can just keep this speed up. We should make a successful record attempt in under 34 hours. Here's hoping.
Stop. Thank you. Over there.
Congratulations on your epic journey anyway, and I hope you have a great night in Cove, and all the best from Corporate Lifeboat, over.
Hello, Frank.
It was fabulous, wasn't it?
Very much for that. Oh, let's get these notes.
And you will notice, I got an alcoholic.
Should have put that gun down earlier.
Yeah, I would have said we well fucking past it. Yeah, that's what it is.